Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. We got some Clown Shoes beer here. So this is their Crunkle Sam. And Clown Shoes beer is done, it says here at Ipswich Ale Brewery. But on the bottle it says something different. It says brewed and bottled by Mercury Brewing out of Ipswich, Massachusetts. So a nice beer company from the New England area, and I'm a big fan of Clown Shoes. They've actually sent me beer before, guys. So I do like a lot of the stuff that they do. I have had some bad ones, and I've had some really good ones. So with that being said, let's get on with this, because the information is conflicting between what I have here at Rate Beer and what's written on the bottle. According to this, it says it's an 11%er. And this here says it is 11%, so we're accurate there. It also says here in the commercial description, I don't have the IBUs, it says we brew Crunkle Sam and American Barleywine Ale dry hop with Citra hops. Well, here on the bottle it says we brewed Crunkle Sam and American Barleywine Ale dry hop with Chinook hops. So, don't tell me why that's different. Why it says Citra here and says Chinook on the bottle. So, and it also says here, Chinook hops to celebrate America. America, we love you. Thank you for allowing Clown Shoes to set off a few fireworks in the craft beer world. So, I don't know if this beer was brewed for the 4th of July last year. I'm not sure whether this bottle has a date on it. I cannot see one. It's right out of the fridge. It's chilled. It's doing a little sweating, so I can't see anything. There's nothing written on the label about this. 11% barley wine, not that super critical. Would like to see the year on there, so we know if they're doing different stuff. Because if they did Chinook one year and they did Citra last year, or whatever, so we'll know what version that we do have. So I don't think there's anything else we need to say there. So let's go over to the food pairings. Food pairings for an American barley wine. Cheeses, a sharp blue cheddar, more pungent cheeses, and says here general dessert digestive. So they're not giving us any meat or anything. These big beers like this, you can have them before dinner or lunch or whatever, whenever you're drinking it, or you can have it after, or you can drink it with a strong dish meal. Something that's going to, steak or chops or beef stew or something that's got a lot of heartiness to it, guys, a lot of flavor. So, and this is 11%er, so it's a sipper. This is not something you want to pop against. It's a bomber too. It's a 22 ouncer. It's not something you want to pop the cap off and chug it like malt liquor, like a lot of these fools do. So, with that being said, the glass-fired pint Becker Nog tumbler snifter. I got the solvent beer glass today. And it says here can be cellared for long periods of time, and I would agree with that. But they're dry hopping this with either a Citra or a Chinook on this particular version. And if they're dry hopping it, they may be wanting it to have a little hop forwardness to it. Well, you can cellar 11% barley wine, but if it's supposed to be hop forward, those are going to diminish over time, guys. I'll tell you this all the time. If it's a hop forward beer or a hoppy beer, you're not going to want to cellar it. If you don't care about the hoppiness of the beer and you want to cellar it, by golly, do it. Alright, that's all we need to talk about here, so let's pop a cap on this puppy. 2 openers left. Got a yellow and a gray, guys, as of this beer review. So if you need one, give me a shout. Because I won't be ordering any more until these two last ones are gone. That's how it works. That's how I roll. Sorry about that. And I've already got an order for the next batch on a green one, so he's not going to get his green one, as much as I hate to delay him because he's already paid for it. But I got to sell these two before I order the next one. I don't want to start having multiple batches in here at the same time. We get 10 in, we get 10 out. We get 10 more in, we get 10 out. That works. All right, into the glass with this 11% Barleywine. 22 ouncer. We're going to save that half for the other half, the better half. About a finger of head on that pour. Over to the light. A rich red ruby color. I can see the bulb right through it. It is a very clear beer. Nice red color to that beer, guys. Very, very good looking beer in the glass. Let's get a whiff. See what we got. Get that big old nose on it. Very sweet. Caramel, toffee. Maybe a hint of some dark fruits in there. Dates, raisins, figs, plums. Very fruity smelling to me. Very sweet smelling to me. And a lot of the barley wines are. That's a major characteristics of that beer. Of how big the malt bill is on that and how much sweetness it has. And it takes a lot of hops to balance these type of beers out, so they're just not overly sweet. Got to know what you're doing to produce a good barley wine. Got a wonderful sweet aroma, maybe a hint of some candied sugar in there. Making my mouth water. I got to take a drink. Cheers, everybody. Big, sweet, candied sugar taste to me. Not overly sweet. Does have a little bit of bitterness on the back end, and there is a trace of the alcohol. It is not completely hidden. But that is very smooth for an 11%. Very tasty beer. We've been on a roll here lately. We've been getting some really good beers. Got a lot of great beers sent in by my subscribers. And you guys know good beers. I mean, I am just so blessed and so appreciative and so humbled by the beer mail packages that you guys send me. They're awesome. You're awesome. Rich roasted malt in there too. Maybe a slight hint of some chocolate. It's not overpowering or anything. It's just slightly there. But this one's right out of the fridge at 40 degrees like they always are. Let's let this one warm up and sip on it. Might fire up a little bit of a stogie to go with this. And pour the other half a glass of this and see what she thinks of it. I'll be right back. We'll do the final chug and we'll examine this bottle, see if we can find a date on it or at least a year. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Very tasty. Very, very tasty. Check the bottle out. There is no dating whatsoever on it. Not even a year or anything on it. Come on, clown shoes. What's up with that, guys? Put us at least a year on this so we know what vintage it is. Even a bottle of wine will tell you what year was put in the bottle. So, I'm big fans of you guys' beers, and we got to have dating on the hoppy beers, the IPAs, and the low ABV beers. Y'all do some really great work, some really tasty stuff, as this example clearly demonstrates. Very tasty. I mean, the candied sugar and the roasted malt and hints of some dark fruit in there. Very, very tasty beer. A nice profile of a barley wine, in my opinion. Very, very nice. Very sweet on the nose. It's a shame we can't get these guys to at least put a vintage on these bigger beers, and a month, day, and a year on the low ABV beers and the hoppy beers. And they dry hop this beer, so really don't know how old a beer I'm drinking. I mean, would like to see them put 2013, 2014, 2015 on there so we'll know what vintage it is, especially when I get conflicting information that the beer was done with Citra hops or Chinook hops or whatever. Because a lot of these brewers will change it up from year to year and use different hops. So I don't know what year I'm drinking, guys. I got no clue. Final chug. Guys, the beer has great flavor. Candied sugar, maybe some molasses, so hints of dark fruit in there. Nice sweetness to it, but just enough of the hops to balance the beer out. Very well made beer. Very, very nice. And that's another thing that blows my mind, that they take all the time to brew such a awesome tasting beer and spend the money for the artwork, for the labels, but yet they neglect to put any kind of dating on it. And like I said, we don't need the month or the day that this beer is done, being 11% barley wine, but we do need the year. We need to have that information so we know how old the beer is and how long to cellar it, and you know, when it was put in the bottle. So especially, like I said, when we have conflicting information from one review site to another and from the bottle, with Chinook hops or Citra hops or whatever, because you guys change it up quite a bit and do different hops or different recipes from year to year, and without that information we have no clue. Not that the beer is going to go bad, but it's just information as consumers and people that are spending their hard-earned money for your beers kind of would like to know. So as far as I'm concerned, guys, this is a 9 beer in an 8 bottle. So, and that's where I'm going to give it. I'm going to give this the 8, which is A minus, if it had a vintage on the year, so I'd know what year I'm drinking. And with looking at the websites and having conflicting information, I do not know. I do not know. And like I said, I've harped on this for 5 years now, and I used to not fuss too much about the bigger beers like this, especially in this style and the stouts and stuff like that. But I kind of want to see the year put on these so we'll know, especially when the information is different from the bottle and the website here on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. So we need to have the year, guys. Come on up, step up to the plate. Come on up here. Come on up here, and put the vintage on these bigger beers. So and I had said that I wasn't going to buy anything without a date and all that stuff this year. But if I neglect those and just leave them on the shelf, they think everything's okay. And they're still selling the beers to people that don't know any better or anything like that. But if I go ahead and buy that beer, and I'm not going to buy the hoppy ones like that because I'm not going to buy any old hoppy beers. But this is not going to go bad. But I would like to see the vintage on there so we'll know exactly what year it is in case they are changing the recipe up a little bit. So. And if I don't buy it, they can't hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Where's the frickin' year? Alright, guys. That's where we're going to leave it on this one. 9 beer in an 8 bottle because it hasn't got the vintage on it, and we got conflicting information on the hops that they use. So they evidently are changing it up, evidently. So, alright, let's go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 88. And Rate Beer says overall 98 and 93 in the style. Without the vintage on here, not knowing what year it was done, whether it was just past years, 2014 or 2013, or what the frick year it was, I have no idea. The beer is not going to go bad unless they're intended to be a hoppy forward barley wine, which it is not now. So with that being said, it's a nice balance, but the hops are not overpowering, and they are not super present in the aromas or the taste. So, like I said, you can sell all these kind of beers, and if you're not concerned about the hop forwardness of it, and you just want to sell the beer for a special occasion or whatever, that's absolutely all right. That's absolutely all right. But if you're wanting to drink something that is dry hopped and could be a a hop forward beer that you might want to drink fresh just to get that hop aroma to mix in with everything else. We kind of want that information, guys. So if I was putting a numeric rating on this with no more information than I have on the bottle, I would probably give this a 90. A 90. If it had the vintage on there and I knew what year beer I was drinking, that number could change a little bit. Especially if I knew it was a little fresher and the information, maybe the 2013 had the Citra hops, maybe the 2014 had the Chinook hops. I do not know. I do not know. So without that info, I do not know. Info that we need to know. Alright guys, that's where we're going to leave it. If you've had this one from Clown Shoes, the Crunkle Sam, let me know what you think. This one had the Chinook hops. So if you've had the Chinook hop version of this, put some comments in the damn beer review. Let me know. I had the Citra version. I had the Chinook version. Because I have no idea what the year release on this was. So, and we're out of here. Come on back tomorrow. We'll go see what's in the fridge. Maybe we'll see one with a year or the date. Yeah, that'd be the hot ticket. Yeah. See you tomorrow, guys.